The Man in the Wall. The strongest character in all of Warframe history. He is interesting, to say the least. He is one half of the fifth dimensional cosmology of Warframe itself, with the other half being the rest of the lore within the game. So the fact that this dude is literally one half of the cosmos is nuts. So the deal actually works as a 2-in-1 feat. The Man in the Wall is beyond linear time itself, and linear time includes an infinite amount of fourth dimensional universes. So, because he's transcendental to that cosmos, he would be fifth dimensional. Because he's beyond linear time, to his perceptions, he would be immeasurable speed. Now, it's worth keeping this in mind when you scale characters of the abstract or concrete sort. Concepts are concepts, but there are two kinds of concepts we normally operate with when we power scale. There's the physical ones they can interact with and punch, and then there's the abstract ones. The abstract ones scale the same way a concrete concept scales, which is it becomes a more superior, complex, dominant being. Man in the Wall, through being an abstract being, wouldn't allow him to inherently leave fifth dimensional status, but if we assume his true form is beyond that of the fifth dimension, then we can probably say his true form is sixth dimensional. But do note that we are not calling him sixth dimensional because he's an abstract concept. Let's talk about presentism and eternalism. Presentism was the belief that the only thing was real was life in the present. Eternalism deals in possibilities. There's one possibility of you going to the store, aka Walmart. There's another possibility of you in that same day going to another place, like a bowling alley. Both could happen at the same time. That's what eternalism is. It's not combat applicable. Realistically speaking, I couldn't tell you what all of Man in the Wall's powers are right now. We know he has stuff like possession and illusions and likely every power the Warframe has, but at that point we're mostly guessing his powers. We don't know if he has every power the Warframes have. We mostly know that he's acausal because the Void's acausal, and that's mostly it, really. I don't have a whole lot to tell you about his hacks. Let's talk about the strongest in Warframe. We know Man in the Wall's first place, but who's the other four? At second place, I'd probably put Hunhao there. We have no one in the lore really matching the peak of Prime Hunhao, lore-wise. Numbers 3 through 5 is a mess. There's a conversation on the current Archons, seeing how they take on multiple Warframes that have 5 Archon shards inside their bodies amping them. Radiant Lotus, Kozul/Ballas. Really, it's kind of up to you. Overall, Man in the Wall is a really interesting character. There just isn't a whole lot I could say about him right now, because we mostly just have his heralds invading the laboratory over in Deimos, and that's really it. We could have a whole conversation about the indifference and how it's the same as the Man in the Wall. We could have a conversation about the fragmented tide, the suzerain. We could have plenty of conversations about the vessels. Really, there's a lot of stuff I could say about Man in the Wall as a character. But to be honest, his role in the story is meant to be an unknown, eldritch type character, where he's sort of beyond time and space and just in the shadows. We don't know a whole lot about the origin of his birth other than Albert and Trotty may have created him. Aside from Albert and Trotty possibly being the reason why he exists, the last conversation to cover would be whether or not he's the Void itself. And that's going to be for the future to tell us, because we have nothing really telling us if Man in the Wall is the Void, or if he came from the Void. I suppose that's all I really have for him at the moment, is since I've already made other content on Warframe, I'd rather not repeat previous talking points I've made. So if you have anything else you want to ask, probably check out my other videos. And that's where I'll leave you for now. Man in the Wall is interesting, but I'll have to hit him again back in 1999. Once Warframe 1999 happens, I can give you a lot more details about Man in the Wall in a more sophisticated video. Anyhow, If you believe that I enjoyed the please share it around if you believe I need to share, because that would help me most compared to everything you can do. Subscribe if you're new, that would be awesome. And that's it. Peace!
My love.
Margulis.
Kiss me.